All right, welcome back to Stan Slack Field for game number 3 of our Forge featured games here today from the second day of the 2026 Gold Bat Invitational Tournament. This game is going to feature a pair of teams both sitting at 1-1, as the Erindale Cardinals will be taking on the Newmarket Hawks in this one, with playoff implications about for both sides. We'll go through the starting lineups for both teams. First for the visiting team from Newmarket. Leading off and playing center field, number 11, Bryn Sanford. Batting second, the catcher, number 15, Troy McLaughlin. Batting third, the second baseman, number 22, Cooper Tompkinson. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 25, Robin Fox Pappas. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 17, Reed Lunny. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 2, Lenny Wood. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 28, Darcy Moore. Batting eighth, the DH, number 14, Alex Koch. And batting 9, the third baseman, number 3, Paul Wilson. The starting pitcher for the Newmarket Hawks is number 29, Lucas Tuma. The starting lineup for the Erindale Cardinals, who you see in the field. Playing center field, number 4, Nolan Cicluna. The shortstop, number 5, Jackson Irving. Batting third, number 26, the DH, Lucas Marcello. Batting fourth, the right fielder, number 20, Marcus Herbeck. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 66, Alex Piper. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 10, Elijah Morales. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 11, Adam Alcaraz. Batting eighth, the third baseman, number 29, Tom Sharp. And batting ninth, the second baseman, number 13, Ryan Aversa. The starting pitcher for the Erindale Cardinals is right-hander number 33, Daniel Lucas. We are just about set to go here from beautiful Errol Russell Park here in Sarnia. Again, game number 3 of our 4-game coverage that we're going to be bringing you today. Certainly playoff implications in this game for both sides. Both teams sitting at 1-1 right now. Pretty much going to be a 4:11 first pitch here, so we have 2.5 hours from that point, as the first pitch is going to miss outside for ball 1. So first pitch registered at 4:12 p.m. And we are underway in this one as Daniel Lucas delivers another pitch outside for ball 2. Here's the 2-0 pitch from Lucas. That fastball going to find the outside corner for a called strike 1. Bryn Sanford leading things off here for Newmarket. He belts that one down the first baseline. That's inside the line and fair. Sanford going to make a way around first. He's going to put the brakes on, though. Backdoor throw coming to first. And he is out.
That was a perfect throw from second. That was awesome. You're fired. LD loved every second.
So in the books, put down as a single for Bryn Sanford, but heads up play there by the second baseman as he's able to backdoor Bryn Sanford at first for the first out here in the top of the first. So that will bring up the catcher for today's game, number 15, Troy McLaughlin, as he takes a ball. That fastball on the outside corner for strike 1.
Hey, lean in. Oh, interesting. Yeah, no.
So Troy McLaughlin gets clipped in the elbow with that pitch, so he'll make his way down to first. So with one out, up walks the second baseman for today's game, Cooper Tompkinson. Lucas with a look in here at catcher Elijah Morales. That pitch finds the inside corner for strike one. Again, if you've been on the stream with us all day or just joining in for this game, thank you for joining in. Appreciate you taking the time to spend your Saturday afternoon with us for a while. That ball in the dirt. Throw down from the catcher.
Welcome to junior baseball.
So a couple of base running errors here in the first inning have cost the Hawks a couple of base runners. That ball just squirts away, but good throw there from catcher Elijah Morales as they're able to retire the runner at second. So 2 outs here now as Cooper Tompkinson continues his at bat. One ball, 2 strikes to count here on Tompkinson. First baseman Robin Fox Pappas waits on deck. That ball hit up the middle, and that's going to get into center field for a single. Tompkinson makes his way down to first. So with 2 outs, in walks the Newmarket first baseman for this game, Robin Fox Pappas. Check over to first. That ball's going to squirt away down the right field line. Tompkinson going to make his way to second safely. Sorry about that with the stream there. Hopefully we're good here now. A little bit of a bump on the table there, but that fastball misses up from Daniel Lucas for a ball. So runner on second here with 2 outs, just underway here at Stan Slack Field. No score between the Newmarket Hawks and Erindale Cardinals. That pitch missing outside for a ball as well. So the count now, I believe, is 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch from Lucas. That ball chopped in the ground towards third, but it will be foul as third base coach Brian Brad up clean with that one. So again, without a scoreboard here, I'm doing my best with the count, but I believe the count now is 2-1. Here's the pitch. Slider that just misses the outside corner for a ball. 3-1 now the count. Lucas comes set. A couple of looks to second. Here's the pitch. Humpy with a little bit of a ring up there, but that's only strike 2. So the count full now, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Cooper Tompkinson, the runner at second base for the Newmarket Hawks. Daniel Lucas comes set. Here's the pitch. Runner takes off to third. That ball belted up the middle. And that is going to bring in the first run of this game as Cooper Tompkinson on the move there.
Great throws. Great throws. All right. Honestly.
So 1-0 Hawks early in this one on the RBI single from Robin Fox Pappas. That's going to bring up the shortstop for today's game, Reed Lunny. That pitch down and away for ball 1.
And then he hit a guy, and they caught him stealing a second.
That pitch also misses outside for a ball. Count now 2-0 here on the shortstop, Lunny. And 1-0 Hawks early in this one. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swung on and missed by Lunny. Big hack at that one, but comes up empty for strike 1. Two balls, 1 strike the count. Fox Pappas with the lead from first. Here's the pitch. That one just on the inside corner for strike 2. Not sure if that's a slider or cutter he's throwing, but a little bit of movement on that one.
Oh,
2-2 pitch down in the dirt. Blocked up there by the catcher, Morales. So the count now 3 balls and 2 strikes. So the runner, Fox Pappas, is going to be on the move here on the pitch. The Erindale Cardinals looking to try and limit the damage here in the top of the first. Here's the full count pitch, fouled into the netting. So Fox Pappas will make his way back. We'll do it all over again here. Another full count offering. That one hit towards shortstop. Play made there by Jackson Irving. So on the play, I believe Lunny will get credited with a hit there, but again, the fake throw and the backdoor play there at second base. And for the 3rd time in the inning, the Newmarket Hawks kind of get caught napping on the base paths. But they do break this game open with the first run, as they get 1 run on 4 hits. There were 1 Erindale error, and there was 1 runner left on base. So the score after 1/2 inning of play, it is the Newmarket Hawks 1, with the Erindale Cardinals coming to bat at the bottom of the first inning. Game number 3 of our featured games here at Stan Slack Field. Day number 2 of the 2026 CABC Gold Bat Baseball Tournament. We'll take a short break, and we'll be right back for the bottom of the first inning here. Stay tuned. So along with our feature game here at Stan Slack Field, we do have 2 other games going on during this time slot. Over at Blackwell Park here in Sarnia, the host team, the Sarnia Brigade, who currently sit at 2-0, are playing against the Windsor Athletics, who are sitting at 0-2. And out at Eric McKenzie Field in Courtright, it is the Brampton Royals and Burlington Brants playing in that game out there in an all-COBA matchup. The Brampton Royals currently sitting at a win and a tie. And the Burlington Brants currently sitting with a win and a loss. So playoff implications in both of those games, as Sarnia is also sitting with a win and a tie in that division. So there'll be some math that has to be done there at the end of this round. But again, lots to play for in these 3 games that are playing, as well as the 3 that are going to be coming up during the 5:30 time slot. Our game here at Stan Slack Field, and it'll be a little bit later. It'll probably be closer to 7 o'clock. Will feature the Ilderton River Hawks taking on the Leaside Leafs. The Hawks sitting at 1-1. The Leaside Leafs sitting at 2-0. So again, lots of implications taking place here in the next few games to see who's going to be into Sunday in the semifinals. Lucas Tuma is the starting pitcher for the Newmarket Hawks. He takes the mound here against the Arundel Cardinals team. And it is the center fielder, Nolan Cicluna, leading things off here as he takes a pitch high for ball 1. Evens the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike.
44 years. Oh, barrel. They got the barrel.
That fastball finds the outside corner for strike 2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Tuma set. Here comes the pitch. Fouled back into the netting. Good effort. Good effort there from Lucas Marcello, but drops that one in the on-deck circle. Jackson Irving, the shortstop, due up second, with Marcello, the DH, due up third. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Another one fouled back into the netting. Good job here by the leadoff man, Cicluna, as he's fouling off a few pitches here from starting pitcher Lucas Tuma. One ball, 2 strike pitch. Slider misses outside for a ball. So the count even now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Fastball up and away for ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes to count here on the leadoff batter, Nolan Cicluna. The Hawks with an early 1-0 lead in this one on a Robin Fox Pappas RBI single in the top of the first. That fastball on the inside corner. That is a called strike 3. Cicluna down on strikes for the first out here in the bottom of the first. So that's going to bring up the shortstop, number 5, Jackson Irving. Irving with that heads-up play at shortstop and the top of the first. He was able to backdoor the Hawks base runner at second. He swings through that pitch from Lucas Tuma for strike 1. That one foul tipped into the catcher's mitt for strike 2, and quickly Irving finds himself in an 0-2 hole here against Lucas Tuma. Tuma set at the belt. Here's the pitch. Another fastball, chopped towards shortstop. Reed Lenny on a couple of hops, throws on the run. Able to retire Irving at first base for the second out of the inning. So 2 quick outs here for Lucas Tuma in the bottom of the first. That's going to bring up the designated hitter, Lucas Marcello. First pitch to Marcello. Hit in the air to center field. Bryn Sanford going to trail back. He'll make the catch. And the Cardinals are down in order here in the bottom of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors. No one left on base. We are through an inning here at Stan Slack Field. The score right now, the Newmarket Hawks 1, the Erindale Cardinals no score. Take a quick break. We'll be right back for the top of the second inning. Stay tuned. So we're all set here for the top of the second inning. Daniel Lucas back out to the mound. He delivers a first pitch strike to right fielder Lenny Wood. Ball cued off the end of the bat towards third base. Tom Sharp up with the throw, and he's able to retire Lenny Wood at first for the first out here in the top of the second inning. That slider up in the zone for ball 1 to left fielder Darcy Moore. Another slider. That one misses outside for ball 2. Count now 2 balls and no strikes. That fastball just down for a ball. 3-0 count here to Darcy Moore. That pitch going to miss down and away. And Darcy Moore is going to make his way to first on the 4-pitch walk. So 1 out base runner here for the Hawks. That's going to bring up the designated hitter for this game, Alex Koch. First pitch to Koch misses inside for ball 1 from right-hander Daniel Lucas. Darcy Moore with the lead from first. He's going to dive back in safely, and safe to say there might have been a little bit of a chat after the first inning about the base running for the Hawks, because all 3 outs were recorded on base running mistakes. That ball chopped down the third baseline foul. Swing and a miss there from Alex Koch for strike 2. Count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Slider is going to be popped back and out of play. Just behind the grandstand here at Stan Slack Park. Stan Slack Field. My apologies. Another 2-2 pitch coming here from Daniel Lucas after a couple of looks to second. Slider swung on and missed. And Koch is down on strikes for the second out here in the top of the second. And that will bring to the plate the number 9 hitter today for the Newmarket Hawks, Paul Wilson. One nothing Hawks here as we play in the top of the second. They do have a runner in scoring position here. Darcy Moore stands at second after being walked. First pitch to Paul Wilson. That's a fastball in the outside corner for strike 1. Young right-hander Daniel Lucas on the mound today for the Erindale Cardinals. His battery mate is catcher Elijah Morales. As he sets up, here's the 0-1 pitch. That one misses outside for a ball. Count even now, 1 ball and 1 strike. Hawks looking to tack onto their lead here early in this one. Lucas with a couple of shakes, and he comes set now. Here's the pitch. Slider swung on and missed by Wilson for strike 2. Count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lucas has his sign and comes set. Here's the pitch. Another slider outside corner. And that is a called strike 3. Paul Wilson down on strikes. And that is all for the Newmarket Hawks here in the top of the second inning. No runs on no hits. There were no Erindale errors. And the Hawks leave 1 runner on base. We head to the bottom of the second inning. 4, 5, 6 due up for the Cards. Current score right now, Newmarket 1. Erindale, no score. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back for the bottom half of the inning, just after a short break. All right, we're back for the bottom of the second inning here at Stan Slack Field. 4-5-6 due up for the Erindale Cardinals. Right fielder Marcus Herbeck going to lead things off here against right-hander Lucas Tuma. He fouls that one back and out of play. And sounds like it might have clipped the vehicle. First baseman Alex Piper due up second. And the catcher Elijah Morales due up third this inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Slider on the outside corner called strike two. So the count now 0-2. Another slider there that expands the zone, and so Herbeck down on strikes for the first out in the inning.
We're in an Evo.
So the first pitch to first baseman Alex Piper misses up and in for ball one. That pitch misses down for ball two. So 2-0 the count here on the first baseman Piper. Good fastball there from Tuma. Finds the outside corner for strike one. Tuma with the sign, comes set at the belt. Here's the pitch. That one sails inside for ball three. 3-1 the count on the batter Piper. Catcher Elijah Morales waits on deck. Here's the pitch from Tuma. Good fastball. Good cut there from Piper, but comes up empty for strike two. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count now. Tuma with his sign and comes set at the belt. Here's the pitch. Fastball outside corner. That is a called strike 3. Couple of strikeouts here for Lucas Tuma in the bottom of the second inning now as the Cards have 2 outs. And it's going to be catcher Elijah Morales making his way to the dish. So Morales going to look to get something going here against Lucas Tuma. First pitch. Fastball just misses up and away for ball one. Pretty good zip on that one. One 0 pitch. That one going to miss outside for ball two. So 2-0 the count now on the catcher Elijah Morales. Left fielder Adam Alcaraz waits on deck if given the opportunity here. That one foul tip back to the backstop. Catches a piece of catcher Troy McLaughlin there, but he looks like he's okay.
I'm huge.
2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch swung on and missed by Morales for strike 2. Count even now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. 1-0 Newmarket in this game so far over the Erindale Cardinals. Tuma has his sign and comes set. Here's the pitch. That one misses down and away for ball 3. Full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count pitch from Tuma. That one sails inside. Cards with a little bit of life here in the bottom of the second as they have a 2-out base runner on the walk to Elijah Moore. So that's going to bring up the left fielder, Adam Alcaraz, as Morales takes his lead from first. First pitch from Tuma. Fastball outside for ball one. Third base coach Tim Gasparato going through a series of signs here for the base runner. 1-0 pitch. Fastball finds the outside corner of the plate for strike one. One pitch, swung on and missed for strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count now on the left fielder Alcaraz. 2 outs here. Bottom of the second inning. Elijah Morales, the runner on first. He just got a 2-out walk. Here's the pitch from Tuma. That slider swung on and missed. And Alcaraz is down on strikes for the 3rd out of the inning. For Erindale in their half of the second, no runs, no hits, no errors. They leave 1 runner on base. The score after 2 complete innings of play. It is the Newmarket Hawks continuing to lead this game by a score of 1-0 over the Erindale Cardinals. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back for the top of the 3rd inning. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back. We're all set for the top of the 3rd inning. We're back to the top of the order for the Newmarket Hawks. Center fielder Bryn Sanford to lead things off against right-hander Daniel Lucas as Sanford takes a healthy hack at that pitch but fouls it into the backstop. Catcher Troy McLaughlin due up second this inning with the second baseman Cooper Tompkinson due up third. Fouled back to the backstop for strike number 2. Oh, 2 pitch coming from Daniel Lucas. Slider that misses down for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count here. Just underway in the top of the 3rd. 1-0 Newmarket over Erindale in this one. Swung on and missed. Sanford down on strikes for the first out here. So one out here in the top of the third. That's going to bring up the catcher, Troy McLaughlin. He takes a slider down in the dirt for ball one. McLaughlin was hit by a pitch in his first at bat in this one. Here's the pitch from Lucas. Fastball on the outside corner, called a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. That pitch misses as well. Count runs now to 3-1. Three-one pitch there. Good hack from McLaughlin. He fouls that one back into the netting, though, for strike 2. Full count pitch coming from Daniel Lucas. Fastball going to be popped up behind the dish. Elijah Morales going to have a play on it, but the wind fooling around with that one. It's going to fall in foul, so another life here for Troy McLaughlin. A little bit of catcher courtesy there as he grabs the mask for the young Elijah Morales. So count remains full here with 1 out. Lucas with a long look in. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Fastball in on the hands, hit towards shortstop. Nice play there by Jackson Irving as he's able to snag that one in the air. And there are 2 outs now here in the top of the third. Second baseman Cooper Tompkinson going to come up for his second at bat. He walked back in the first inning. He scored the only run in this game so far. That pitch is up and in for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Lucas. Popped up behind the dish. That's going to get back and out of play just behind us here as hits the top of the awning here on the grandstand at Stan Slack Field. That one fouled back and out of play as well to Cooper Tompkinson. Evens the count now 2-2. Nobody on base here, top of the third inning. 1-0 Newmarket over Arundel in this one so far. That pitch misses just down for a ball. That pitch going to be fouled back and out of play as well. So count still 2-2 here. Pitch coming from Daniel Lucas. That one going to miss down and in for a ball. Sorry, the count was full there. So the Hawks going to get a 2-out base runner here on the walk to Cooper Tompkinson. So with the inning extended here, that's going to bring up the first baseman, Robin Fox-Pappas. First pitch chopped towards third base, but it is foul outside the line. Lucas ahead 0-1 here on the veteran Robin Fox-Pappas, who's played on a few teams around the GTBL. Quick check over to first. Runner back safely. Another check over on Tompkinson at first. A swing and a miss there from Fox-Pappas for strike 2.
Use your hips in the palm of your hands.
0-2 pitch going to miss outside for ball 1. Not going to lie, probably been the most interesting game of the weekend with the Ilderton Riverhawks sitting behind me right now. It's been pretty fun so far, this one. Slider in on the hands, fouled back into the netting. So Fox-Pappas able to keep himself alive. I would agree with them. If you're looking for some fun this summer, make sure you get out to a Riverhawks game at some point.
Oh, good scoop.
That ball skips in the dirt. Good scoop there by catcher Elijah Morales. Count now even at 2-2.
Yeah. Great field.
2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Slider missing down and in for ball 3. So the count full now. Cooper Tompkinson going to be on the move at first. One nothing Newmarket lead in this one right now. 2 outs. Top of the third inning. Daniel Lucas, full count pitch. Rope down the left field line, but it is very foul. Lucas steps off to have a peek over at first. No one there, though, so we'll reset and do this again with a full count pitch. That pitch going to miss high. So we have runners on first and second base now after a pair of walks. In steps shortstop Reed Lunny. Lunny 1 for 1 today with a single back in the first. Here's the first pitch from Lucas. Taken on the outside corner for strike 1.
Who are you and what do you do? What are your thoughts on the situation?
That ball roped into the netting on the left field side for strike 2. So, Lucas up here 0-2 on the batter, Reed Lunny. Runners on first and second here for the Hawks. That ball roped towards left center or right center field. That's going to get down for a single. One run coming in to score. Fox Pappas going to third. Third baseman going to block that one up. The RBI single off the bat of Reed Lunny has extended the Newmarket lead now to 2-0. Fox Pappas able to make his way to third on that play, so we have runners on the corners now with 2 outs. We're going to get a pitching visit here from Erindale coach John McEwen. So while we have a break, we'll have a peek at some updates going on here throughout the tournament. Again, we have 2 games going on during this time slot right now. So one game is a final from Blackwell. It's the Sarnia Brigade beating the Windsor Athletics by a score of 16-0. The other game that's still ongoing right now, it is in the bottom of the 6th. Out at Eric McKenzie Field in Courtright, it is the Burlington Brants currently leading the Brampton Royals by a score of 7-0 in that game. So we'll keep an eye on that one. We'll get you a final score here in a little bit. Again, we're running behind a little bit at our field here because both games so far have gone to the time limit. So this one, we are currently in the top of the third right now. And we'll have one more game here left this evening, as it will be the Ilderton Riverhawks taking on the Leaside Leafs in the next one here. Lunny takes off to second base. That one popped up behind the plate.
Yeah, you got that.
Elijah Morales going to give that one a look, but again, overruns it. That one bounces behind him. So Lunny, who was on the move on that pitch, he'll make his way back to first. Again, if you've joined in on the stream today or you're watching now, thank you for taking part of your Saturday to spend with us. We appreciate you hanging out. Feel free to jump into the chat, shoot us a message. As that pitch finds the outside corner for strike 2 to right fielder Lenny Wood. 0 for 1 today, grounded out to third base. Runner taking off. That one misses. Oop. They're going to call that a swing. So Wood down on strikes, but not before they're able to tack on another run. They get 1 run on 1 hit. There were no Erindale errors. Newmarket leaves 2 runners on base. After 2.5 innings of play, the score, the Newmarket Hawks 2, the Erindale Cardinals no score. We're going to take a quick break, but on the other side, coming back, we will obviously have the bottom of the 3rd inning for you, but we will also have a chat with Ilderton Riverhawks left-handed pitcher Jordan Townsend. So stay tuned. We will be right back. All right, we're back for the bottom of the third inning here. 2-0 Newmarket as we play this game here at Stan Slack Field. As we mentioned before the break, joining us this half inning is going to be Ilderton left-handed pitcher Jordan Townsend. Jordan, thanks for taking a few minutes with us here.
Of course. Happy to be here.
Awesome. So far in the tournament, 1-1. You pitched the last game against these Newmarket Hawks. Tough game. You know you're going to run into a good lineup with these guys. So walk me through that start and kind of what the preparation was for that, facing a team who just is 2 years removed from a national qualifying championship here in Ontario.
Yeah, they're a good team. Didn't really change my approach, to be honest. I always approach games the same way. Knew that there would be a tough lineup, and they were. Certainly no easy outs, but I've been around a long time, so I'm kind of used to seeing these tougher lineups and sort of know where to focus on. And there weren't many holes to sort of attack there, but yeah, it was a good game overall. It was a great game, tight all the way through. But yeah, it was good.
And for those that didn't watch that game, it was a tight 4-3 final there, which was very highly contested throughout the whole game, going into the seventh, tied 3-3. Jordan, for yourself, I had the opportunity to play against you for a few years during my time with Arendale. Being around for a while, like you talked about, teams get to know you. They get to understand not just the pitcher, but the person as well. And I think for you, you had a trip to the Canadians in 2010. And you get to earn that with your team when you go that year. But also for yourself, 2 years ago, you had a trip to the Canadians with the Tecumseh Thunder as a pickup. Talk a little bit about that and the experience that you had there with that as you, obviously getting to go with teammate Leo Levine to that tournament, kind of what that meant to you to be able to get to that tournament and kind of play an integral part in them winning a bronze medal that year.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Honestly, at this age, you never know when you're going to get that chance again. Mm-hmm. 2010, obviously a long time ago. It's always different if you're going with your own team.
Right.
So luckily, Tecumseh's got a great group of guys. It was fun to be there, nice and close to London, so it wasn't like it was anything too far. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's different when you don't know the whole squad, right? So you're getting used to the guys. You don't want to feel like you're taking someone's spot. Right. So I just go in there and I say, hey, whatever you want me to do, I'm happy to do it. I'm not expecting game one start, obviously. But they're a really good squad too. I think there's some key teams in the senior ball that's have been good for a long time and just getting better, and I'd say they're one of them. So it was honestly just really fun to be sort of inside that locker room rather than just always having to face them.
And, they had a good week that week. I mean, I was there helping with the We Digital team. Started off the week at Woodsley, covering the games there for them, but then ended up there on the Sunday. And, obviously knowing a number of those guys as well as Jamie Kell and a few others, that was a great week for baseball in Tecumseh. Not just for their team, but overall, they did a great job of covering that tournament. You talk about the aspect of being around the game for a while. I'm sure you've gone through a number of teammates and different things like that in Ilderton, but talk about a little bit of your time there and what that's meant to you, being around that team. And just for an update for the game here, it looks like we had an injury to the Newmarket pitcher, so we're going to have a pitching change here as Lucas Tuma makes his way out of the game. Looks like it's going to be Reed Lunny making his way into pitch. Coach Matt Richard making his way down to the bullpen. It does look like they have a pitcher down there getting loose. They have a few other people getting loose here as well, so hard to say what's going to happen here right now. But right now the change is Reed Lunny into pitch, and we'll see where we go from there. But yeah, just talk a little bit about your time in Ilderton and kind of what that's meant to you. And I know, looking back again to the years that I played as well, you had someone there like Rudy Godwin who ended up coaching you early in your career. Just kind of the impact that he had on your career as well.
Yeah, couldn't say enough good things about Rudy. We try to carry that legacy by sticking with the Ilderton name. Mm-hmm. We used to always joke that going into some of the bigger tournaments, we kind of slide under the radar. People don't know where the hell Ilderton is. So every year, I think we have that debate. Is this the year we go back? Are we just London? And we kind of stick with Ilderton. For me personally, I know I like to do that for Rudy. That's kind of where it all started with him. I mean, from a senior perspective, he's been basically my only coach until we got to the era where just kind of the players are stepping into coach. So even going back, like there's not too many Ilderton guys left. So some of us sort of carrying that torch and trying to bring in the new blood and just set the tone, make sure that people realize that this is a serious place to play and play it the right way. But it's nice to carry on that Ilderton name for Rudy right now.
Absolutely. So we're back to play here. Reed Lunny's going to pitch in this inning here as he misses outside for ball one. He's facing Arendale second baseman Ryan Aversa. And this at bat, we have a runner on first with nobody out. Looking into 2026 for you guys, I know it's a little bit of a depleted league that used to be in the Southwest region. That pitch is in there for a strike. You know, you had the Sarnia Brigade, you had yourselves, you had the Brigade 22U team, you had Strathroy, who's now been folded for a few years. A little bit of a change now as there's only really a couple of teams left in the region. The one good thing for you guys this year, and I know a few of them have been rained out, but kind of pairing up with the Can-Am League to play some exhibition games. You know, talk about that and that preparation for those games, because now you're playing against, as you talked about, the Thunder, the Windsor Stars, even the Windsor Selects.
Yeah.
Some of the prominent teams, and then the Windsor A's as well. I mean, they've retooled this year. They got some bodies around. I know they're having a little bit of a rough weekend this weekend, but also short stop over here. But talk about those games and kind of how that helps with the preparation for that qualifier.
It's been a weird adjustment not having our traditional league. Mm-hmm. I feel like it wasn't that many years ago that we had some great rivalries with Strathroy and some of the other London teams, Lakeside and Exeter even, and really those teams are all gone. So we're kind of struggling to see who can we play that's competitive in the area, because no one's having fun if it's 20-0 or 15-0, and then they don't want to play, and then we're not challenged, and then we turn around and play Tecumseh the next day.
Right.
So that's tricky. There's quite a discrepancy sort of in the talent, but honestly, I'm hoping that just gets better each year. More competitive league just means those teams will get better and better. I don't think they're used to sort of seeing some of the talent.
So we have a pop fly here to third base off the bat of Nolan Cicluna. Runner was on the go there, so catch is made for the out. Runner able to get back safely to first. So we have a pair of outs here now in the bottom of the third inning. So looking at this year for you guys, Jordan, another competitive team seem to have the same roster in place. I know one of the big pieces over the last few years, Dalton Croswell, he's made his way to Burlington through work. Talk a little bit about the roster this year and how you guys are looking as far as the national qualifier coming up, as well as the other tournaments during the year.
I think we're set up great, to be honest. I think we got some huge improvements. And I'm really pleased with how we're set up for that tournament. So no concerns on my end, and I think that we're heading in the right direction for sure. Some big pickups. Tough losing Dalton, but yeah, that's. I don't want to say he's replaceable, but we've went out and we got some guys because we want to make sure that we're still competitive. And I think we got some really good pickups. Some good London Majors guys getting back onto the roster. So I think we're really positioned well for Olymps this year.
And it seems to be part of the game at this level for sure. And I mean, you never want to say guys are replaceable, but you certainly see guys like Carson Hepburn, who was playing for Newmarket, that's now playing for Waterloo. And there's always that movement. And I mean, life gets in the way too when you have those movements for work and stuff like that. But so Jackson Irving pops out there to end the third inning for Arendale. They get no runs on no hits. There's no errors, and they leave one runner on base. Jordan, thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah, thanks, Dan. I appreciate it. Yep.
For this half inning. So we'll give Jordan a break here as he starts to get ready for the next game here for Elderton. But score after 3 innings of play here, it is the Newmarket Hawks leading the Arendale Cardinals by a score of 2-0. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back to the top of the fourth. Stay tuned.
Thanks, Dan. We appreciate all the time that you put into
So we're back for the top of the fourth inning. Again, a huge thank you to Riverhawks left-handed pitcher Jordan Townsend for taking a half inning with us. Really appreciate his insight into the game. We're back for the top of the fourth inning here as right-hander Daniel Lucas is back out to the mound. He will face the bottom of the Newmarket order here this inning as we have left fielder Darcy Moore leading things off for the Hawks as he swings through that pitch and misses for a strike. So we had a little bit of stuff happening there that last inning. Unfortunately, Newmarket starter Lucas Tuma had to leave the game as it looked like he might have had a little bit of an issue with his arm. As Darcy Moore takes that pitch for a ball count, now 3 balls and 1 strike. That pitch just going to miss down. They're going to check on the swing. Umpire says no. So the leadoff man aboard here for the Hawks. Darcy Moore draws the walk. So we're going to do a little bit of catching up here as Tyler Gianco steps in now. So it looks like he's going to be taking some swings for Alex Koch. That ball is fouled just outside the third baseline. So the count 0-1 on Giancos. And apologies about the stream. The phone gets knocked around a little bit here sometimes as that pitch is in there for a strike. Count now. No balls and 2 strikes here on the pinch hitter Giancos. Darcy Moore, the runner at first. Lucas going to give a peek over to him. Lucas has his sign now and comes set. Here's the pitch. That one hit towards second base. Going to get past a diving Ryan Aversa and into right field. Darcy Moore going to stop at second. So the single from Giancos now has runners at first and second here for the Hawks with nobody out in the top of the fourth. That's going to bring up Paul Wilson playing third base today for Newmarket. So we're going to get a coaching visit here from the Cardinals. So first and second for the Hawks here, nobody out in the top of the fourth. 2-0 Newmarket in this game as they're threatening to score. Does look like we are going to have a pitching change here. So Adam Lamoureux going to make his way into this game as starter Daniel Lucas going to make his way to the bench. So we'll take a quick break here and we'll get back to action here in a minute. But for now, 2-0 Newmarket, runners on first and second with nobody out. Left-hander Adam Lamoureux coming into the game for the Cards. We'll be right back in a second. All right, looks like we're all set to continue play here. Left-hander Adam Lamoureux going to take over on the mound for the Erindale Cardinals. Newmarket Hawks have runners at first and second here with nobody out. Paul Wilson at the dish. That pitch in the dirt is going to get by the catcher, Morales. Back to the backstop. So now we have runners at second and third with one out. Assuming this is going to draw the Erindale Cardinals infield in, as we're in the fourth right now, so they definitely want to try and cut down the damage here. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Lamoureux, swung on and missed by Wilson for strike one. One ball, one strike to count here. That pitch down in the dirt. Good block there from catcher Elijah Morales. Saves a run there for the Cards. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Wilson today 0 for 1. He struck out back in the second inning. That was against Erindale starter Daniel Lucas. That ball lays towards left field. That is going to get down. 1 run going to come in for sure. Giancos getting the stop sign at third. So another run for the Hawks. That extends their lead now to 3-0 on the RBI single from Paul Wilson. So runners at the corners now. Still nobody out here in the inning. We're back to the top of the order. Center fielder Bryn Sanford going to step in. 0 for 1 today. Sorry, 1 for 2 today.
Oh, do the face. Oh, he fell off the bag. Oh, no. I think he got him in the face. That was it? It was
So Paul Wilson tries to steal second there, but he is thrown out by Elijah Morales. So we have a runner on third now with 1 out. Bryn Sanford today is 1 for 2. My apologies. I said 0 for 1 earlier. He has a single and a strikeout. That pitch misses up for a ball. Lamoureux delivers that pitch for a strike to catcher Troy McLaughlin. So runners back at the corners here with 1 out as that pitch misses up for a ball. I believe the count 2-0 here. That pitch missing down for a ball as well. I believe the count now 3-0. Does look like there's some action going on in the Arendelle bullpen again as right-hander Nate Aylesworth has gotten up to throw. That pitch misses down for a ball. So I'm not sure if the count is 3-0 or 3-1 here. Here's the pitch from Lamoureux. Fastball that misses up in the zone for ball 4. So McLaughlin going to make his way to first. And we have the bases loaded now for the Newmarket Hawks with a very dangerous hitter in Cooper Tompkinson making his way to the plate. Just a bit of a recap here. 3-0 for the Hawks right now. Bases loaded with one out here on the top of the 4th. That pitch finds the outside corner for strike 1. Hawks threatening to break this one open only with one out here. Part of the order coming up now with Cooper Tompkinson at the dish. That pitch misses up and in for a ball. First baseman Robin Fox Pappas waits on deck. Here's the pitch from Lamoureux. Popped up in the back and out of play.
Did you see Joe Connie? Did he pitch? He's gotta be.
That curve ball up and in, and Cooper Tompkinson able to duck out of the way of that one.
That's an RBI. Oh, yeah, I hate RBIs.
Count now 2-2 here on Cooper Tompkinson. A swing and a miss there from Tompkinson. He's down on strikes. So 2 outs now with the bases loaded. That's going to bring up first baseman Robin Fox Pappas. Great to see Windsor Stars legend Keith Sanford checking in with us. Critter, hope you're keeping well. First pitch is off the hands of Robin Fox Pappas. He's unable to make the catch at first. Piper, that ball looked like it was right into the sun there. That's a tough spot. So a pair of runs do come across there. So unfortunate play there as that one kind of handcuffs the first baseman, Alex Piper. And the Hawks turn that into 2 runs now on the error as it's now a 5-0 lead. So that fastball finds the outside corner for strike 1 to shortstop Reed Lunny.
Yeah.
0-1 pitch is up and in. That's going to catch Reed Lunny in the shoulder. So he's going to make his way to first. That will load the bases again. So bases loaded here.
It's coming out. If you got to die back the first one.
That pitch out and away from right fielder Lenny Wood for ball 1. Wood 0 for 2 today, grounded out to third. Has a strikeout as well. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one just outside as well for ball 2. 5-0 Newmarket here in this one as we play in the top of the 4th. 2 outs, bases loaded though for the Hawks. Left-hander Adam Lamoureux delivers the 2-0 pitch, which misses high for ball 3. That one misses high as well. Wood going to make his way to first. He'll pick up the RBI on the walk. We're going to get another visit to the mound here as Coach Tim Gasparato going to make the trip. I'd have to assume that's probably going to be it on the day for Adam Lamoureux. So we're going to take a quick break here as we have the pitching change. I believe it's going to be number 12. Nate Aylesworth making his way into the game. So we'll take a quick break while we have the warm-up pitches here. 6-0 Newmarket Hawks in this one in the top of the 4th. We'll be right back after a short break.
A single and then a new.
All right, Nate Aylesworth all done with his warm-up pitches as he drops the curveball in for strike 1. Bases loaded here for the Hawks as we do a little bit of a recap. 2 outs. Darcy Moore, the batter. She swings through that one. Foul tips it into the mitt for strike 2. 6-0 Newmarket Hawks as we play here in the top of the 4th. Slider roped down the right field or left field line. That is fair. 2 runners coming in for sure. Looks like Lenny Wood's going to hold up at third base. The Hawks now extend their lead to 8-0 here as we play in the top of the 4th. Tyler Giancos takes strike one from right-hander Aylesworth. Giancos is 1-for-1 as he came in partway through this game for Alex Koch. Nice looking curveball there from the youngster Aylesworth as that one drops in for strike two. That one fouled into the netting. So Giancos able to keep himself alive here. Aylesworth set. Quick look to second. Here comes the pitch. Fastball popped up on the infield. It is going to stay in play. First baseman Alex Piper with a look and the catch. And that is all for the Hawks here in the top of the fourth. Not before they're able to put up a pile of runs, though, as they score 6. So they score 6 runs on 3 hits. There was one Erindale error, and they leave a pair of runners on base. We head to the bottom half of the fourth inning. The score in this one, it is the Newmarket Hawks leading currently by a score of 9-0 over the Erindale Cardinals. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back for the bottom of the fourth inning. Stay tuned. So we're back here for the bottom of the fourth inning. It looks like there may be a few changes here for the Hawks. The main one is on the mound as right-hander Brendan Clark is going to make his way into this game. He delivers a pitch to DH Lucas Marcello. He takes that down low. That slider in there for a strike. That fastball just missing for a ball. So the count, I believe, 2-2, yes, as home plate umpire tells us. Clark has his sign. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Slider up and away for ball 3. So Marcello works a full count here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Clark with the look in here. He has his sign. Here comes the full count pitch. Tipped into the catcher's glove. And Marcello down on strikes for the first out here in the home half of the 4th. Sorry, gotta flip our scoreboard over there. So that's going to bring up the right fielder, Marcus Herbeck. First pitch coming from Clark. Fastball fouled back to the backstop. Clark with the 0-1 pitch. Fastball in on the hands, hit towards second base. Paul Wilson on to first. And Herbeck retired for the second out. Just like we said, a few defensive changes here for the Hawks this inning. Cooper Tompkinson has made his way from second to first. Paul Wilson now playing second base from third base. I believe that's Tyler Giancos. That's at third. That pitch finds the outside corner for strike 1 to Arendelle first baseman Alex Piper. 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. A 1 pitch coming here from Brendan Clark. Slider on the outside corner for strike 2. That pitch misses down in the dirt for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. And I will say, despite the score in this game, this younger Arendelle team has done quite well. They've been at this tournament now for 2 years. Have certainly showed up well. They played against some of the better teams in the province last year as well. Currently right now matched up against a team that is 2 years removed from winning the national qualifier and going to the Canadians. So certainly holding their own as that pitch misses low for a ball. Certainly a lot of upside with this Arendelle team over the next few years to come if they're able to keep this group together. Coaches Tim Gasparato, as well as John McEwen and Rick Malinowski have done a pretty good job with this program to build it up where it is. And someone to think about as well is Joe Alcaraz, who's kind of helped build feeder programs into this program as Piper goes down on strikes to end the bottom of the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base for the Cards. We head to the top of the 5th. The score in this one right now, it is the Newmarket Hawks leading the Arendelle Cardinals by a score of 9-0. Young right-hander Nate Aylesworth makes his way back out to the mound. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back here in a few minutes. So welcome back to Stan Slack Field. We're here for the top of the fifth inning in this one. 9-0 Newmarket as we start this top half of the fifth. Looks like a slew of changes here for the Arendelle Cardinals defensively. So we'll figure those out as they come up to the plate here in the bottom half. Paul Wilson tags that one to left field. Catch is made there. So Wilson retired for the first out. Here in the top of the fifth. So we're back to the top of the order now for the Hawks with center fielder Bryn Sanford stepping in. Bryn 1 for 2 today with a single and a strikeout. He walked in his last at bat and scored one of 6 runs in the fourth for the Hawks. That pitch misses outside for ball 1. That ball tagged to center field. That's going to drop in for a single for Bryn Sanford. So the Hawks have a runner aboard here with 1 out. Second hit of the day for Bryn Sanford. So that will bring up the catcher, Troy McLaughlin. That pitch tails inside for ball 1. McLaughlin able to get out of the way of that one. Another fastball up and in for ball 2. So count now 2 balls, no strikes to the batter, Troy McLaughlin. Now first baseman Cooper Tompkinson waits on deck. That one popped back and out of play just over our head here. Aylesworth comes set. A couple of looks. Here's the pitch. That one inside, but just misses for a ball. Keith Sanford letting us know Paul Goldsmith with a 2-run home run at the top of the 9th. The Jays lose their game today 3-1. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Fastball hit towards right field. That hangs up in the air. The catch going to be made there. I believe it is still Marcus Herbeck out there. It is. So he makes the catch for the second out. So Cooper Tompkinson going to step in. Coop 1 for 2 today with a single and a pair of runs. Struck out in the fourth. First pitch from Aylesworth. Fastball up in the zone. Tompkinson able to check his swing. That fastball just a little bit up for ball 2. Good location there, but just missing. Again, we're going to have one more game here at Stan Slack Field this evening. It'll probably be around a 7 o'clock start. It'll be the Alderton Riverhawks taking on the Leaside Leafs in a game that's definitely going to have some implications on some playoff games. Nate Aylesworth jumps off the mound on that one. He makes the catch. And that's all for the Hawks here in the Top half of the 5th inning. No runs on 1 hit for the Hawks. There were no Arundel errors, and they leave a runner on first. Score after 4.5 innings of play, it remains the Newmarket Hawks 9.